Okay. What is up, everybody? I am getting ready to go for a bike ride. It feels like it's been forever. In reality, it's only been a few days, but that's kind of forever to me. I've just been so busy, a lot of end of the year, holiday, work stuff, all work stuff. But I'm gonna get to that. We'll talk about it when I'm out on the road. What I wanna do is get my rally set back up. Haven't ridden in a while because I got a new tire put on, tubeless. This is the Rene Herse Mana Stash Ridge. It's their 44 knobbly. So yeah, still running the extra light on the front, which is a 42. Bought that off a friend. He sold it to me for $5 as long as I promised I would run it. It's still running. You've got to air those up a lot, like every ride pretty much, but still doing fine. It feels really great. And again, the reason I feel I could get away with those is because now when I'm gonna ride the really gnarly stuff, I tend to take out my gunner with the endurance casing. Anyway, gonna get this cleaned up. I wanna clean up the drivetrain, get the wheel back on, and then hit the road, and we'll talk about stuff out there. Guys, come here. Can I tell you a secret? I still kind of like quick release better. Oh, I don't have the skewer. Oh yeah, feels good to be back on the bike, and this bike in particular. It's in the 40s. It's sunny, but it's also windy. So, as I always say, you know, a month ago when it was 10 degrees warmer, I was wearing more clothes. Now, 40s and windy, mid 40s, feels pretty good. I'm going to climb a hill and avoid the first section of the towpath where it's crushed limestone. It's been raining nonstop for 2 days, and I just don't want to get the drivetrain all dirty right at the beginning of the ride. So before hopping on my bike, I sent my last couple emails. Last night was the last photo shoot that I actually have on the calendar. So this ride feels a little bit like a start of a vacation. There's really no such thing when you work for yourself, but you know, I've still got some projects to wrap up, but nothing that is on a hard deadline right now. Plenty of office work to button up before the end of the year, and then my studio's a 1920s building with 2 tenants, so there's always stuff I want to do there. But I do not have anything official on the calendar till after the new year. So, I don't know. I know I won't even get through my list of everything I want to get done before then, but it still kind of feels nice. And then, all that work that I've been doing non-stop the last couple weeks is what will pay the bills when I'm slow with actual, you know, paying gigs over the holidays. So I do have a few things planned for myself and for the channel through the new year. One is doing the FESA 500 kilometers between Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. If you don't know, I think that breaks down to like 38 mile a day average. Every year I try to do something a little different with it, add to the challenge. One year I did it all indoors. That was the hardest year. One year I did it all outdoors, but got lucky with the weather. Then one year I challenged myself to make a vlog about every single ride that came out the next day. I only failed on the last day with that one. Go back to Canada and hang out with Dimitri and Bike Breath, you filthy animals. I'm an animal lover, for the record, just not geese on the bike path and squirrels in my bird feeder. Anyways, last year though was a challenge just to get it done because I was not in good shape. Kind of same as this year, just November and early December were a mix between bad weather and being really busy with work. So last year was the only year I didn't get it done. I failed on the last day. Went out for my ride. Yeah. I'll link that video if you want to watch it. Not gonna read. Ooh, it's windy out here by the lake. Anyways, another thing is I do plan to put out my kind of like highlight reel of the year video. Try to sneak in some footage that hasn't been seen before. But I think this year it'll be a little commentary at the beginning about the year, and then transition to just like a highlight reel music video. So get some good tunes going and a lot of quick cuts. Also got some new swag in production. Got some new bandanas on the way and some more t-shirts. Mike is printing those. I think he's already printed them. So, and then yeah, bandanas, they just messaged me, we're heading into production. So keep your eye out for some of that stuff if you've been asking about it. Oh yeah, also got some Edmund designs in the work, which is my cute little black cat. Well, he's not little, my big black cat. Guess I haven't been out here since all the leaves have been gone. You can really see the lake from this side of the trail. This side of the trail I think is only a year or two old. Used to only be able to ride on the other side of the lake. I guess side of the lake is what I meant to say the first time too. This is actually a glacial lake that used to be much, much bigger. You won't see it on the GoPro, but big hill, big ridge up there. And the lake used to head out in that direction before Akron was established, and I don't know what they did to lower it, but it was a reservoir for the Ohio and Erie Canal. There's actually a floating bridge that they took the mules across to drag the boats. And they've kind of recreated part of it here. It's not exactly where it was, but cool. This floating bridge you always see me ride over. You know, similar idea to the towpath originally. Oh yeah, this isn't the way I'm trying to go. I wanted to be up on that bridge behind me. I don't want to ride straight into the headwind and just down the path. I was going to do some cutting around. So we are heading over to Kenmore. Kenmore is a neighborhood in Akron, but was its own city for a long time. And it still feels like that. Its own main street and everything, Kenmore Boulevard. It's cool though, they've connected it all with bike paths now. So you come off the towpath and ride right to the boulevard, which I do in the summer for events and stuff. These roads are pretty overbuilt, so there's plenty of room for bike lanes, because originally these would have been, you know, getting all the rubber workers from Goodyear, Firestone, Goodrich, General back to their homes. None of that anymore. Well, very little. Really like the light on that building. Stopped to take a quick photo. Got my R8 on my back. This is the best time of year for light. I will give it that. Sunset's early, but it's magic hour almost all day long. Riding around taking photos. The OGs around here know that this channel actually used to be more photography than bikes. Almost all photography. So as I'd ride around during the pandemic, taking photos with my old film cameras and all that, pretty soon way more people were talking about the bikes than the cameras, so this ended up becoming a bike channel. People out here were pretty pissed when these bike lanes went in. Change, you know, you can't change anything. This is lunchtime on a Tuesday. Look at all the traffic that's being held up by the bike lane. Also coming up, if you follow me in other places, you probably noticed I put some bar mitts on the gunner. So working on a video about that. Already shot some B-roll. The channel members got to see a little preview. So everyone always brings up Huggies and bar mitts on winter stuff, so figured I'd try them again. I had a set. I have 2 sets actually. But I also have some lobster gloves on the way from Sealskin. Actually, we'll stop by the bike shop. I think they're ready. I'll pick them up on the end of this ride. But yeah, so I want to get some more temperature experience, talk more nuance. You can comment about them down below. I'll give it that little heart so you know I saw it, but making a whole video about it, so I'm not going to engage every single comment when I'm going to put my thoughts into a different video down the road. I read every comment though, but you know. Can I get far enough with my 50 not to have my shadow in this photo? I think so. Is that the Hulk? Boats. We gotta go down there. Oh, Akron. This is why I'll be selling shirts that say industrial gravel. Bridge is like ice after the rain. Look at this old Taco Bell. It's now the more convenient mart. This area is called Rolling Acres, and when I was growing up, this was the place to come around Christmas. So where the big Amazon is, used to be Rolling Acres Mall. Up here on the other side in the strip malls, used to have Toys R Us, Children's Palace. Do you guys remember Children's Palace? Was that a national chain or just a local chain? If you're a guitar player, this is where SIT strings are made, and my upstairs tenant makes them. He hand winds strings all day. Hand wound. There are some fun trails back in the woods there, but it'd be too muddy for today. And then if you watch my videos when they first became bike videos, when that was still a dead mall, you know, they tore down and put up the Amazon. It was a no man's land. We'd go right out there. There's trails on the other side too. Amazon's fenced off some of them. But yeah, there are people out there drag racing. Yeah, it was just wild. And yeah, what a bunch of different iterations out here. Also before the mall and all that, it was all farmland. So I believe that was the Children's Palace. I could be wrong though. That one might have been the Handy Andy hardware store. But maybe that next one was the Children's Palace. Yeah, let me know down below if you remember Children's Palace. Cross has already come. I'm trying to decide what my plan is. I'm heading to the bike shop first, but do I want to go somewhere for lunch and keep riding? I'm pretty hungry. It's 1:30 and I didn't eat before I left. Dave just texted me that he's not making it over for the live stream or working before then either, so that kind of frees up a little more time because I plan to work with him on some stuff. But Now I could do that stuff later before the live stream that I wanted to do instead of late afternoon. Decisions. This is a really nice day. I should probably take advantage of it on my bicycle. On my bicycle. New lobsters. Picked the wrong day to ride this side of the bridge, huh? So instead of stopping for lunch or stopping home, eating lunch and heading back out, I decided to eat a few pieces of candy I have with me and then just extend the ride by making a loop through downtown Kyoga Falls. I'm at 25 miles. Did I even mention yet that in the midst of that busy last week, I got a flat tire on my car, and then I turned getting that fixed into a whole process that took multiple trips. Yeah, another reason to hate cars. 150 more bucks out the window. So all the parking is free right now as they've dressed up all these parking meters with different decorations. I don't know if different groups or organizations did it, but I just saw the mayor back there. They must be judging them today. And then my friend who's a photographer who also works for the city of Kyoga Falls must have been photographing the process. Just grabbed some beer for the stream from the weirdest gas station. Been going there once in a while since the drive-thru across the street from me has been closed all summer, but it's just always some weird transaction. No one ever gives the guy a card and gets their stuff. They're either like counting out pennies. Like this time there's a lady at this weird Bitcoin ATM on the phone covering her face with a notebook. It's just, it must be what they sell there, because there's like plexiglass with like capsules and all kinds of stuff behind it. I don't know if it's kratom or what's going, I don't know. The whole place is just, it's just always freaking weird. So yeah, a little over 30 miles, 1,500 feet of climbing. Nice little ride in the sun. Who knows when we'll see that again. I always say that every time it's sunny in the winter. But yeah, thanks as always for watching. Lots more to come as mentioned. See you in the next one. Peace.